Hello, everyone. So, next part of it, the next part of the Spider-Man news I have to catch up on is all has been scrapped since the Mark Webb franchise era has been destroyed and defeated. The Sinister Six has been scrapped. The Venom spinoff has been scrapped, and the future female characters have been scrapped. But before anyone says, "Wait a minute," but I heard. Here's the thing: is that they're all scrapped from the original script. So the original scripts are now being burned. If they even had those scripts, even the scripts were even alive or real. So now they have to figure out how in the world can they do the Sinister Six, Venom spinoff, and the featured female character without relying with their previous franchise, which is kind of a big, oh dude, what in the world? Well, anyways, Amy Pascal is the real reason why this is going on, because she has made sure that even though the franchise is dead, she still wants to have those videos, those movies to come out. So right now you have Sinister Six that's still coming out. The release date is unknown, and we don't really know what exactly it's going to entail. So, of course, my personal opinion, they all should be dead. They all should be dead. The Venom spinoff should be either dead or do what X-Men and do what Sam Webb had said. Well, technically it was X-Men. It's the fact of just wait for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or 3. Allow Guardians of the Galaxy to have that idea of, hey, look over there in the collector's bin. Is that some kind of meteor? What's that black stuff that's moving in it? There you go. Venom symbiote has been revealed. And then, who knows, I don't really know what's going to go on with that. Maybe he needs to transport it, or along the way it was getting transported, so maybe the collector doesn't even have it. But along the way, while I was trying to get it collected, something hit the thing. I don't know. Someone hit the ship for some reason. And since the person hit the ship, the meteorite got out of the ship from a wrecked hole and is floating through space. So that means eventually it'll land on Earth, and there you go. Now you can have your Venom spinoff. And that was Kamen Rider Drive just now. But anyways, you have the featured female characters. I know you want to do Black Cat, and technically, if you were being cool about it, and if you actually was doing it under the Ultimates, well, guess what? Black Cat actually was real before the Ultimates even started. So, yeah, I mean, technically, you should actually have Black Cat actually. Yeah, you can still use Black Cat as your female character, technically. Or you could just use Spider-Woman. Or you can use Silk. Either way. But of course, at least I can tell you this, is that if they were going to try to make Silk movie while under the Mark Webb franchise, then yeah, it's going to be spicy. Let me tell you, it's going to be spicy, because remember what they said? Only whoever shares the Parker DNA can get bit by the spider and be able to use their powers, or at least survive it. So that means that Silk, technically, her father was actually Peter's father, meaning that Silk and Peter are technically half brother, half sister. And if they go by the whole they are attracted to each other and everything, that makes it a lot gross. Oh my gosh. But at least the good news is that since they're rebooting it, that means the Silk thing can happen without the whole gross thing of, which I would have loved it if they continued on with the idea of his father's alive. So when Silk shows up, he's going to be like, oh crap. Peter, I have something to tell you. Silk is your half sister. What? Man, that's going to be crazy as hell. And then, yeah, now he's going to, that's going to be cool. That would have been so cool. The fact that now he has to explain what happened. It could have been maybe he got drugged and something, and then Cindy Moon's mom was going to blackmail him until he does a certain thing, or it could just be the fact of I don't remember what Peter's mom's name, but yeah, Mrs. Parker actually wasn't giving him some, or she did something messed up, and because of that, he went and had an affair with Cindy Moon's mom. Yeah, it would have been kind of funny for him to actually explain this. But without his dad, if they would have continued on without his dad, then it's kind of messed up, and then maybe Aunt May would know. But she's just said that his dad is a mysterious person, and you don't really know much about him, so it's kind of like, Of course, I guess they could use Dr. Connors now. They could actually have Dr. Connors. He goes to Dr. Connors and asks him, "Hey, did my dad have an affair?" That that would be kind of weird, but he might know. They might actually be able to use that to their advantage. Well, anyways, it's dead, so I don't have to harp on and continue on with this because it's dead. Anyways, when will he show up is the big question. Some say Civil War. Others say Infinity War is when he actually shows up. And then you had someone who actually is like, please let it be Age of Ultron now. But Age of Ultron it's gone. That opportunity for Age of Ultron is gone. He can't show up. Did I say Voltron? I mean Ultron. Why do you have to have the same names that's kind of compatible to each other? I don't really know. But anyways, it's the Civil War they actually planning on doing it. They're planning on to actually have him show up on the Civil War, and then his spin-off or / his solo films will actually continue on with the Civil War idea. And since they're going to start young, it doesn't make sense for him to unmask himself and say, hey, I'm Peter Parker and I've been Spider-Man for like a month or so. It doesn't have the same impact. It really doesn't. So he's not going to be like a true person that's in it. I mean, he most likely might be a major player along with Black Panther. But on the other hand, it's kind of like if he unmasks, though, it will have a little impact, but not a lot. Yeah, so. But at least the good news is I would love to see, for the first time ever, the Iron Spidey suit on Spider-Man. I would love it. Just the idea of, he's like, dude, your suit is not that good. So here, have this fabric version that I created. I would like him to have his own armor. I would love for him to have his own armor like in the Ultimate Spider-Man series. At least they did that right. At least that is the only good aspect of that show that they did right. Besides their own mini Spider-Verse. Well, anyways, so someone said that there's going to be 2 scripts. They have 2 scripts already made. They have one that features Black Panther as the main person doing this, and then you have Spider-Man as the main character. Kind of weird, but hey, I mean, I would at least like to have someday down the road you just throw that script with whichever one you were going to be like, we don't know what we're going to do. Chances are they're rewriting the script and having Spider-Man within it, so I would still like to hear about the script without Spider-Man in it too. I would like to kind of hear it. But at least the good news is that maybe it's just a script that they just add Spider-Man into it. They have like a certain part where they're like, yeah, we were wondering who we could actually put in there, but now since we got Spider-Man, we're going to put Spider-Man in there, and there we go. Okay, this is the part where I should actually tell you the 5 people that they have lined up to play as Spider-Man, but I said that in the previous episode. So check out the last video for that. But anyways, the big one that's circled is Logan Lerman. Logan Lerman is the one that they're circled. He tried to become Spider-Man in Amazing Spider-Man. So, yeah, he was actually head-to-head with Andrew Garfield, and they chose Andrew Garfield. Even though if they pick Logan Lerman, then that means that the second movie would have been actually in high school still. They didn't have to do what happened in the original franchise. The fact that since Tobey Maguire was getting a bit older, they had to say, yeah, we got to skip through high school and make him go in the real world. So, anyways, last thing is what they're going to do with the new Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man is most likely this: awkward relationships with students, and he has a superhero double life. So he's superhero by night by 6 to 8 o'clock. Well, technically, they'll do exactly what happened in Spectacular Spider-Man. The fact of he has a bedtime to get in there at 9 o'clock, and if he doesn't make it, ooh, he got super grounded. He sure did. He got grounded. So that's one thing that Spectacular Spider-Man did that was kind of awesome to see. And that was kind of the first Spider-Man ever to actually have in high school. But anyways, that's about all the news that I need to put in this. So stay tuned for the other parts of this. And I'm webbing out. Peace.